Hello, my friends. It's Yara here, and welcome to my BANLIST prediction. These are some of the cards that I believe will get hit, either limited or banned. And I want everybody to kind of pick at my brain and to sort of argue with me. Like, do you agree with my choices? Do you disagree? I want to know in the comments below because we are here to start a friendly discussion because we are a community that can fix a lot of issues through communication. Okay, so let's get started. So as many of you guys may know, I like to review higher rated dueling book games. I like to go to locals and play myself. I also like to do podcasts with some very intelligent people when it comes to the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh game. So that's why I kind of wanted to give my 2 cents when it comes to this topic. But yeah, let's get started. So right off the back, we're gonna have the limited section. I believe that these are all the cards that I believe will get limited. So let's get started. So right off the back, we have Ava. The fact that she gives the Drytron deck 4 Omni Negates is simply insane. And the fact that it also, whenever they activate it during your turn, it gives them access. If they discard a orange plus an Ava, that gives them access to the Diviner of the Herald, so that already sets them up for their own turn, on top of negating your own effect. But the fact that they can send one Ava during their turn, get 2 fairies to their hand, and then during your turn with Beatrice send her from deck to graveyard, and then banish 2 more fairies to get 2 more fairies to their hand, that's 4 Omni Negates just with Ava alone. So I believe that if this card gets limited, then it will be easier to play against that deck because that only gives them access to 2 Omni Negates. So yeah, I believe that this will help the issue of going up against a Drytron deck that has like 6 Omni Negates when it comes to your turn. So yeah. Then we have Tenki. Tenki is one of the most powerful cards when it comes to the Tri-Brigade deck. And don't be scared, this will not hurt the pure Zodiac deck because all they have to do is they have to run more Zodiac names, and that's it. They don't have to worry about Tenki getting limited or hit in any capacity because they can just run more Zodiac names. So it does not hurt the pure Zoon deck, but it does hurt the Tri-Brigade deck. And it gives them access to Fractal, and Fractal is an easy way for them to play against Rivalry of the Warlords because they can just basically summon whatever card they want, then summon the double Dragon Lords, and then bounce the Rivalry of the Warlords. So this card alone can help them out the Rivalry. So, and not just that, but it also gives them access to Zodiac names when they go second. Now, we all know that that deck is not really good at going second or breaking boards, but with the Zodiac package it becomes so much easier for them to break a board, and Tenki is what enables them to grab any Zoo name that they wish so that they can just go into Zeus during main phase 2 and then wipe the board. So I believe that this will hinder the Tri-Brigade strategy, and so all you Zodiac players don't even have to worry about your deck getting weaker. Just run more names, run Pot of Desires, and you should be good. So I believe Tenki will get limited. And Prank Kids Doodle Doodle Doo, I believe that this card will get limited as well for a couple of reasons. One is that right now they don't really care about Valor or Imperm. That card basically becomes like a dead card on your hand when you're going up against them. But if the Doo gets limited, then your Valor and Imperm will be that much more impactful because you can freely negate the Doo on summon, and now they won't be able to go into a second Doo because now what they do is they summon the first Doo, you Imperm or Valor it, then they go into a second Doo, and then they activate the effect to tribute itself and target 2 cards on the graveyard. So right now basically Imperm and Valor does nothing against that deck. So I believe that limiting this deck limiting the Doo will impact this deck at least enough so that it won't be winning left and right. And also it hurts their grind game because they usually run 3 of them because they want to have as many copies of them as available. So yeah, I believe that this will hurt their grind game when games go like 3, 4, 5 turns. So yeah, and that will be it for the limited section. I don't think there's any other card right now that warrants being limited. Like I said, this is my prediction. This is not so much of a wish list. So if you're telling me, oh, why don't you put the grass here, or any other card that you think should be limited, well, that's not what this list is about. This is more of a prediction, what I think will more than likely happen. So yeah, these are the 3 cards that I believe will get limited. And then we have the banned cards. So let's see what cards I believe will get banned. And over here I only have 1 card, and I think is the Predaplant Verte Anaconda. I've made so many videos about this, and I've asked countless people, like pro players, like what do they think should get banned: Red Eyes Fusion, Dragoon, or Verte, and almost the vast majority of them agree that Verte is the problem, because combo decks are the ones that abuse this. It's not so much the back row decks, it's more combo decks, because decks like Drytron, they usually skip turn if you draw them, but with Verte Anaconda, all they have to do is summon 2 monsters, go into Verte Anaconda, and then go into Dragoon, which is more of a fallback strategy. And with Dragon Link also, after they get Nibiru'd, all they have to do is summon 2 more monsters, and then they go into the Verte Anaconda. So this card is abused mainly on combo decks that they can get hand trapped 1 or 2 times, and then go into this and still end up on the Dragoon. And not just that, it also once that the new Destroyed Phoenix Enforcer comes out, this card will become insane, because now you don't just have to go into Dragoon, you can go into that card instead. So I want to ask everybody that's listening to this video, let me ask you one thing, okay? When is the last time that a back row deck won like a big event, like a YCS, like a remote duel YCS? I want to know a deck that was running 3 Red Eyes Fusion and with the Dragoon package that actually won an event. No, it hasn't happened, right? It's usually the last time a deck that won the YCS or an invitational was a Dragon Link player that was using the Verte Anaconda Dragoon package. So all the people that are worried about, oh, well, if we ban Verte, well, what's preventing people from running 3 Red Eyes Fusion plus the Dragoon package? Well, if you think about it, the risk of running the Red Eyes Fusion package is so big, because if you get ashed, that means you have to pass turn. So that strategy will not be good on combo decks, because combo decks usually want to end up on multiple interruptions. And 1 Dragoon again is no issue for combo decks to get over. So if anything, you will just get used on back row decks like Guru or Eldritch. But those decks, even now, they can do that strategy, but they haven't done anything with it. So a lot of people that are saying that Red Eyes Fusion is a problem or that Dragoon is a problem, they just simply haven't looked at the numbers. And this is the card that makes Dragoon so busted, because combo decks are the ones that abuse it. So and then the last section that I have here is my wish list. These are not cards that I believe will get freed from the ban list, but this is more of my own personal wish list, because I know there are people that are going to be wanting to ask me what I want to come off the list. So this is it. Harpoor, I believe that this card can come back to 1. As long as Verte Anaconda gets banned, this card can come back to 1, because right now you can just get hand trapped once or twice, and then you still end up on a Verte Anaconda and make Dragoon or the new Phoenix Enforcer. So I believe that once Verte gets banned, this card can come back to 1. If they are worried about Orcus being too problematic, they can just limit Galatea, and I believe that will solve the issue if that's the route they want to take. And then I want Gazelle to come back to 3. Salamangreat hasn't done anything, even with Mirage Stalio coming back off the ban list. And I believe it's because Nibiru is a card that they simply cannot go around. So yeah, I believe that if this card comes back to 3, it will just increase their consistency, but I don't think that they will be at the top of the decks right? So yeah, I want this card to come back to 3. And second slide, of course, because every deck nowadays wants to run some sort of either spell or trap card. So the drawback of not being able to run any of that to be able to run this, I think is pretty huge. So I believe it can come back. They can test it out at 2 first and then bring it back to 3 if it's not a problem. And then Masterpiece is my own personal wish list. I know this card is a feast or famine, where whenever it is legal, it becomes a problem for a lot of decks. But since this is my own personal wish list, I believe that I don't think this card could come back, but it is my wish list, so I'm gonna add it to it. So yeah, that was it for this prediction / wish list. So if you are not subscribed yet, please do so. It helps this channel out a lot. And if you are subscribed, please hit that like button. It also helps this channel tremendously. But as always, this was Yara here. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. And I will catch you on the next video. Take care.